Days Gone presumably started production shortly after Sony's Ben studio finished Uncharted Golden Abyss. I'd guesstimate mid-2012. So the game has been in the works for quite some time, almost 4.5 years. We've only seen one extended gameplay trailer thus far, and a short story-focused trailer. Luckily, we can easily gather a bunch of information from them. Here's everything I already love about Sony's next big IP, Days Gone. Character development is a focus. One thing I immediately took away from the short story trailer of Days Gone was that the game is going to focus a lot on the character development of Deacon, the main protagonist, and most likely the story overall. After losing the woman he loves, I assume from the virus, we'll most likely watch him lash out and go completely nuts like some of us would if we were in that situation. It'll be interesting to see how this will affect the people around him. We don't know much about any of the other characters yet, but I'm sure we'll hear more as the game gets closer to release. I'll also mention that some story elements have a striking similarity to Naughty Dog's The Last of Us, but I'll get to that later. Another thing is that the enemies are unique. Ben Studio has mentioned that these enemies, freakers, are not zombies or any form of the undead. They're people who are still living, just turned into mindless, feral creatures. More animal than human, but still very much alive and rapidly evolving. If you watch the gameplay trailer, you'll notice a lot of freakers will follow what other freakers are doing, plunging into their many forms of death. However, like real life, some people are smarter than others. This is where things get really interesting. While some freakers are dumb enough to run off a roof or sprint straight into flames, others are much smarter. Instead, they'll choose an alternative route and chase you down, sometimes even hiding on the other side of walls and breaking through them to kill you. As you can tell from the trailer, it's all extremely dynamic and there's a multitude of ways to take out freakers, but to kill the smarty pants freakers, you'll have to think outside the box. Level design is unbelievably strategic. I was blown away when I first saw the trailer for Days Gone during Sony's E3 conference, and then my jaw hit the floor when I saw the alternate behind closed door demo of that same area in the game. These gameplay videos showed off a ton of badass ways to kill freakers, whether it was cutting down logs to collapse on top of them, shooting explosive barrels, rigging explosives, crafting and using Molotovs, or even the traditional mowing down enemies by spraying them with your machine gun. All of it combined together has never looked so seamless, fun, and kick-ass. Lastly, one of the biggest things I took away from the first Days Gone unveiling was that The Last of Us has infected the game, which is a good thing. Not sure how much Ben Studio would want to admit it, but I don't think I'm alone when saying that Days Gone screams The Last of Us. Like I mentioned previously, the entire story setup is oddly familiar to The Last of Us. There's a middle-aged male who loses a loved one as the world is overrun by infected crazies. But hey, no complaints here. I've been yearning for a Last of Us sequel ever since I beat it in 2012. In a way, Days Gone is the replacement for me, as I believe The Last of Us 2 won't see any light of day until at least 2019. Anyway, aside from the obvious story similarities, there are some others, like the environments, main protagonist, and the crafting are also really similar, although the crafting in Days Gone is looking to be way more in-depth than The Last of Us ever was, which is awesome. At this point, all Days Gone is missing is a witty 14-year-old who knows how to crack jokes and use a bow. Jokes aside, I couldn't be more excited for Days Gone. I'd kill 10,000 freakers to get my hands on it right now, but I guess I'll just have to wait. Are you as stoked as I am? Let me know, leave a comment below, subscribe if you like this video, and I will talk to you guys later.